Hello everyone and welcome to Blood Relations Part 2. In this session, we will be looking at how to solve coded relationships and also how to plot the family tree for a given problem. So first we'll be looking at the coded relationships. The coded relationships are the kind of questions wherein the relationship among the members of the family is usually represented by using some specific symbols or codes. The usual thing is to use mathematical symbols like plus, minus, cross, and also we would see the couple of times symbols like at the rate, exclamation, hash, dollar. They are also used in these questions. Now, how do we obtain answers in such kind of questions? The answers are obtained by decoding the relationships which are hidden in the symbols. Now, one flip side of these type of questions is that couple of time the process of getting the right answer becomes lengthy because in some kind of questions we will have to solve all the options before we arrive at the correct answer. So that makes the process little lengthier. And important thing that you need to keep in mind that every problem set can have different symbols and can have different meanings. For example, in one problem set, a plus b would have been defined as a is father of b, whereas in some other problem set the same a plus b might have been defined as a is sister of b. So what we mean to suggest here that a plus b would not necessarily mean a is father of b at all the times. It would depend on the equation. It would depend on the what is the meaning that has been assigned to that particular symbol in that particular problem set. So this is how a usual coded relationship question looks like. So here we can see that they have defined certain blood relations using certain symbols. So here P comma Q means P is sister of Q. P cross Q means P is brother of Q. P minus Q means P is mother of Q. And P plus Q means P is father of Q. And we have been given 5 options and we have to find out that which of the following options would mean that M is maternal uncle of T. Now what do we mean by maternal uncle? Maternal uncle happens to be my mother's brother. So here, as I've said, we will have to evaluate each option. Now, how do we evaluate every option? Once we look at the first option, M comma K plus T. So M comma K, this will be firstly plotted. Comma means the first person is the sister of the second person. So M is sister of K. Then we have K plus T. According to instructions, K plus T would mean K is father of T. So clearly here I can see that M is not coming out to be maternal uncle of T. So option number A is not my answer. There's another way to shorten our process of getting the right answer here. That is, we can eliminate few of the options even without solving. As in, like we can see with the first option itself, when I want M to be a maternal uncle of T, that means M has to be a male person. And when I read M comma K would mean that M is sister of K. That means in option number A, M is coming out to be a female. So that is not my answer. On the same logic, we can rule out option D as well, because here also M comma K, that means M would be sister of K. So here again M will come out to be a female, cannot be my answer. So we have ruled out the first two options even without solving. Now we will have to check option B and option C. Once we plot option B, M comma K plus T, option B is M cross K plus T. So M cross K, that means M is brother of K plus T is K is father of T. This is option number B. Here M comes out to be uncle of T but not the maternal uncle. M is coming out to be paternal uncle of T. So this is not my answer. Evaluating option number C, M cross K, that means M is brother of K. K minus T, K is mother of T. Yes, from here we can see T's mother is K and M happens to be her brother, leading us to that M is the maternal uncle of T. So our right answer is option C. Another question with the same set of instructions. Which of the following means H is paternal grandfather of T? Now here H is paternal grandfather of T. That means I want H to be a male member. Let's see, can we eliminate few of the options even without solving? We can clearly eliminate option B. Why? Because H has been mentioned at the end, and the person whose name comes at the end, it's not possible to determine the gender of that particular person. And here I specifically wanted H to be a male member. So I will not get a clarity on the gender of H from option B. So I am ruling out that. Now look at option D. Here H minus J. Minus is defined as H is mother of J. So from here H will come out to be a female. So again that cannot be my answer. Now I only have to check option A and option C. First we check option A. H plus J. That means H is father of J. And J plus T, that means J is father of T. So from here we can very well see that H is paternal grandfather of T. What do we mean by paternal grandfather? That means father's father. So looking at T, we can clearly see T's father is J and J's father is H, making H to be a paternal grandfather of T. Our answer would be option A. Now here, there's a different set of instructions. And here, this is the second type of variation where the questions are being asked in coded relationships. So F comma R cross H minus L, and what is being asked to us, how is H related to F? So we'll plot this. F comma R would mean F is daughter of R. Then we have R cross H. R cross H would mean R is father of H. That means R is father to both F and H. H minus L. H minus L means H is husband of L. If H is husband, L would be the wife. Question is, how is H related to F? So H happens to be brother of F because both H and F have the same father R. Another question, G cross T plus Q comma M. How is M related to G? G cross T would mean G is father of T. T plus Q. T is sister of Q. That means they would have the same father. Q comma M is Q is daughter of M. Okay, Q is daughter of M. Now that's only possible when G and M are a married couple, making M as wife to G. Now question was, how is M related to G? We can see here M is nothing but wife of G. So which is not given in any of the option, we'll go with none of these. Okay, let's solve this family tree. Now we'll be moving towards plotting family tree. Here we can see A, B, C, D, E, F and G are members of a family consisting of 4 adults and 3 children, 2 of whom F and G are girls. That means the third child is a male child. A and D are brothers and A is a doctor. So we'll represent it like this. A and D are brothers. A is a doctor. E is an engineer married to one of the brothers and has 2 children. B is married to D. B is married to D and G is their child. It has been given G is a girl. So E is an engineer married to one of the brothers. That means E is an engineer married to one of the brother. That would mean E would be married to A and has two children. Okay, the two children here would be the remaining two names F and C. F has already been given as that F is a girl and the third child is a male child. It's a boy. So C would be a boy. Okay, that completes the family tree. Who is C? Can we say C is G's brother? No, because they have different set of parents. F's father? Definitely not. E's father? No. A's son? Yes. C is A's son and we have a clarity on C's gender as well because it's been given in the question. There are 3 children, out of them 2 are girls. That means making the third one as the boy. Another question. Again we have a family of 6 persons A, B, C, D, E and F. The number of males equals to that number of females. That means we have 3 males and 3 females. A and E are sons of F. Okay, so we start with that. F has 2 sons, A and E. That means A and E are male members. D is the mother of 2, 1 boy and 1 girl. B is the son of A. So we have information on B is the son of A. There's only one married couple in the family at present. Now the question is, where would we put D? D is the mother of 2, 1 boy and 1 girl. Okay, and in blood relations, that goes without saying. If we say somebody has children, then that person would be, would be a part of a married couple. So we can pair up D with A. It has been mentioned that D is mother of 2, 1 boy and 1 girl. So B could be that one boy and the girl would be C. Also, it was given in the beginning that number of males is equal to number of females and we needed 3 males and 3 females. 3 males have already been identified. So C would be a girl and F would also be a female here. So now we have located gender of every person and also we have drafted the family tree. Now, which one of the following inferences can be drawn from the above? A, B, C are all females. Definitely that is not the case. A is the husband of D. Yes, that is very evident from the family tree. So if we have the family tree in front of us, it becomes very easy to answer the question which comes with that particular family tree puzzle. Another set. A family consists of 6 members P, Q, R, X, Y and Z. Q is the son of R. That means Q is a male member. Q is son of R, but R is not the mother. So definitely R is one of the parent, but not being mother. So that means R is the father. P and R are a married couple. So if R is a male member, then in this married couple, P is the female. Y is the brother of R. Y is the brother of R. X is the daughter of P. So this couple has 2 kids. X is the daughter. Q is the son. Z is the brother of P. So that completes a family tree. Okay, important point was this. To infer that R, if R is not the mother of Q, then R has to be father of Q. Hope this is clear to you. another set of family tree, but here apart from the relationships, we have also been given their profession, the profession of the family members. Okay. So we can see there is a family of 6 persons, A, B, C, D, E and F. There are 2 married couples in the family. The family members are lawyer, teacher, salesman, engineer, accountant and doctor. So their profession, 6 different professions are already been defined to us. So now we'll plot the family tree for this. Starting from the last point, A is the grandmother of F. Now this line tells us that there are 3 generations in this question. Now F, the accountant. So we have got profession of F. F, the accountant, is the son of B. That means B would come in second generation. And with this statement, I also know the gender of F and brother of E. So E also comes in the same generation if F is brother of E. C, the lawyer, is daughter-in-law of A. That means C would come in the second generation because daughter-in-law comes a generation below. Daughter-in-law, she is a female, profession has been defined, lawyer, would be married to B because it has been mentioned there are 2 married couples in the family. D, the salesman, is married to the lady teacher. So this will go into the generation 1. A will be the teacher. A and D have the son B because C has been mentioned as daughter-in-law. That means C is not the member of this family by blood. Rather, she has become the member of this family by the virtue of marriage. Okay. Now let's have a look at the question. And it also, there's one more data about E. E is the unmarried engineer. So we've also got the data about E's profession. And B would be the doctor because the doctor is married to the lawyer. Okay. How is E related to F? Brother or sister, I cannot say. Father is definitely ruled out. E and F are in the same generation, but on the basis of given data, we cannot conclude the gender of E. So how is E related to F? The best answer here could be cannot be established or cannot be determined on the basis of given data. Another question with a slight change here. Rather than giving some data about their profession, here there's some data about their color preferences. Again, there's a family of 6 members. There are 2 married couples and the family represents 3 generations. So that makes my job easier. I know there are 3 generations. Okay. A is grandmother of F. So that means A goes to first generation, being a female. F goes to third generation. F does not like red. B is brother of F. So B comes in the third generation with F. B is brother of F, son of D. D comes in the second generation, likes pink. C, who likes black color, is the daughter-in-law of E. So since C is the daughter-in-law, C would not go in the first generation. C would come in the second generation. She likes black. Female. Married to D. Daughter-in-law of E. That means E will come in the first generation. A being the female. So E would be the male member of this couple. C has been mentioned as daughter-in-law. That means C is again not member of this family by blood but rather by marriage. Now the last point here says The husband has a choice of green color, his wife likes yellow. So in one of the couple, the husband would be preferring green and the wife would be preferring yellow. Then this cannot go with the couple in the second generation, because here we already know C likes black. So this combination of green and yellow would be allotted to the first generation. So green goes with E and yellow goes with A. F does not like red, so red goes with D because he is the only one left without any color. Now the color left out for F is white. Now there's one important point here, point number 4. No lady member likes either green or white. So if somebody is liking green or white, that person cannot be a female member or a lady member. So that person has to be a male. This helps us in identifying gender for F, that F would be a male member. So in this family tree, we have clearly established which person belongs to which generation, what is the relationship between each one of them, and we have also identified the gender for each person. So there's another puzzle. M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T and W are 9 persons living in a house. There are 3 married couples in the house. Okay. M is the only daughter of P. So that tells me M is a female. Only daughter would mean that P does not have any other daughter. P, who is paternal grandfather of T. So P would be a male member. His paternal grandfather of T would mean he is father of T. Okay. That leads us to that he has a son also, whose child is T. Then only he would be paternal grandfather of T. R is the father of T. So I have the name here. R is the father of T. T is the daughter of S. So T happens to be a female. If T is daughter of S as well as R, that can only happen if R and S are a couple. R is the son of Q. R is the son of Q. This will lead us to that Q is married to P. N is the mother of S. N is the mother of S. N is not married to P. O is the maternal grandfather of T. Now what do we mean by maternal grandfather? Father of my mother. So T's mother is S and S's father would be O. Okay. T is the sister of W. So now we have plotted all 9 members of this family. We can see we have got 3 married couples here, P and Q, N and O, R and S. Okay. P and Q have 2 children, a daughter M and a son R. N and O have a daughter S. R and S are married to each other. And they have 2 kids, T and W, out of which what we know for surely that T is a female child. As far as W is concerned, there is no data as to which can help us or lead us in correctly identifying the gender of W, that whether W is a male or a female. So if a question is being asked what is W to T or what is W to R or S, we cannot answer here. The best option to go here would be cannot be determined, because there is no clarity as to what would be W's gender here. So I hope now with all these examples, you will now be able to correctly represent the family tree for any puzzle, because getting the family tree correct is very critical for solving the puzzles which are based on blood relations. You need to keep in mind that family tree has to be a vertical structure. It cannot be a horizontal structure. And also, we need to take care of the gender at every step. And in couple of questions, as we have seen in some examples, that we might not be able to identify the gender of a particular person. So we do not use our assumptions there, rather we leave it like that, so that the gender of that particular person cannot be determined on the basis of given data. Okay. So thank you, thanks a lot. Do solve the practice exercise and solve as many questions on the blood relations. Thank you, bye bye.